Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to take two old Pullman 609 passenger cars, pre-war ones, take the best of both, combine them and make one good one. Hey guys, it's Derek with Poplarville O-Gauge Trains, and this time around I'm going to be fixing an old Pullman pre-war car. It's rough, as you can see, but it is an illuminated. As you can see, there's the pickup. Problem is, I tested it, the light's not working. Hopefully it's just a bulb that's out. If not, we're gonna have to go a little deeper and probably have to replace some wiring on it, be my guess. So let's take a walk over to the workbench and we'll get started. Okay, so here we at the workbench. Here's our Pullman. What I think I'm gonna do is I do have this other Pullman that's in a little bit better condition. So I might be taking a few parts off of this one. I mean, the body in this one is kind of beat up on these corners, but this top is really nice. So I'm going to use this top on this one, I believe. I don't know, I might even decide to pull these trucks, because these trucks are in nicer condition too. This one's not illuminated. Yeah, I think I just might do that. I might change this out. Take another look at this. Well, let's start with fixing this one first, and then I will definitely steal this top off of that one and put it on there. Yeah, this one is in a lot nicer condition, I have to admit. But, yeah, we're going to start with just that. Well, I'll pull that top when I put it back together. All right, step one, we got to take the top off. It's pretty simple with these guys. I have some of the with my 253, I've got the terracotta. Those are kind of cool. They got a little switch on the side you can pull, but this one's easy. You just take it right off. Let's get this bulb out of here. Oh yeah, well, that's part of our problem right there, huh? Okay, able to get that out. Well, that's gonna go straight into the trash can. And then we got to pull this little screw out right here that holds the bulb in. And that is off. I'll throw this over in my dish. Then you have these little retaining pins on here. We got to get those off. There's one on this side. I get under there and I can barely, yeah, carefully get that off. Yep, there we go. And yep, sure enough, that is our problem. Where's that little ring? Okay. Yeah, oh my goodness. Look at how bad this. It is all cracked to hell. Nasty, nasty, nasty. I'll have to look in the toolbox and see if I have one I can just replace this with. Otherwise, I'm going to have to solder a new piece of wire onto this end piece. And I'll also, in the meantime, I'll take a little steel wool and clean up the back of that. You can tell this has been squeezed down pretty tight. We'll see if I can open that up a little bit more. Other than that, this truck's not in too bad a condition. I might just end up putting this truck on this one. The only thing is you see the way this is all torn up right here. Once I take this one apart, I'll see if I can clean that up a little bit, but I'm not super huge on it being 100% correct. I just want to get it working. So step one is going to be, we need to solder a new piece of wire onto this guy here, and figuring out exactly where it was soldered onto, probably right here. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's a small little hole right here that the wire, my guess is that's where it went through. I'll have to take a look at one of my other ones real quick to double check on that. And then, but this side's okay, so we're gonna leave that as it is. And I'll be right back. We're gonna dig around in the toolbox and see if I can just replace this with a different one, or do I need to fix this one? Okay, so I decided to switch these guys out. Getting rid of the crappy one, took the trucks off, although the nicer trucks that were on the better one won't work because this one's got the pickup on it, and just the way those trucks were set up, it's not going to work with these pickups. It's just too difficult. This has this tiny little tab that's right here that is not on the other trucks. Those other trucks were nicer because they had the hub covers and everything. I should be cleaning these guys up before I put them back on, which I also will do. But yeah, so I decided to go with, I mean, this one's a lot nicer. I was able to fix that corner that was bad. It was the small tab on the inside wasn't hooked in, so I just had to straighten it out, put it through the slot, and bend it back in. So there we go, we're all set up there. The next thing I'm gonna have to do, oh, and by the way, I found a nice new, I'm not sure what this is actually called, but it's the piece that goes in here. So I'm gonna take a few minutes. I'm gonna clean this stuff up a lot better before I put it all back together. Then we will be putting this one guy in. I'm gonna cut this short. We're gonna solder it onto this piece. I gotta run it through there first. Then I'll be soldering it on here. And then we'll put it all back together and cross our fingers and hope it works. So rather than bore you with the cleanup, I'm gonna clean this stuff up and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay guys, so I kind of stepped away for a while and almost forgot to turn the camera back on. So what I had to do was, which was very difficult, was to get this little retainer clip back on here, which was not easy because these are actually round. They're not like the spring style ones. It's an actual round clip that you have to actually force on over there. So got that on there. Now I'm gonna solder the wire back onto here. I pulled the wheels off to make it a little bit easier. Gotta hook up the old trusty. This might take a minute to heat up, so I'll talk to you for a little bit. Gotta heat up the soldering iron first. So, like I say, that wasn't very easy to do. But it's what's necessary. Actually, knock this wheel out also. Let's get that one back up in there. There we go. That wheel's back in there like it's supposed to be. So like I say, I'm gonna put that one on there. Then I gotta put this other truck on here, which will be just a matter of putting it up through the hole. Bring it up through that hole. No, I'm done. Put it up this way through the hole. And then I have to do the fun struggle of putting that other clip on there. And then the last thing I'm gonna have to do would be to put couplers on here. Although the couplers that were on this one are the really old school couplers, and they weren't even put on here properly. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna put the latch style coupler on there, just because of on how I want to be able to run it. And then I'm gonna pick up a few more for the other Pullman. I think what I might end up doing with this one is just do a complete rehab, repaint it. I've never painted a car before of doing that much of a rehab on it. But I think I might completely take this one apart and repaint it. If I do decide to do that, you guys will be watching me, coaching me along the way. It's telling me all the things that I'm doing wrong, because I do a lot of things wrong, or I do it the hard way. I love it when I get the occasional comment of saying, you know, there's a much easier way to do that. Here's how, or watch this particular video and it'll show you a quicker and easier way to do that. So we're almost ready for the, you know what, I have to be right back in a half a second. I got to put a little bit of water in here for my soldering. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got the soldering irons all nice and hot and ready. Let's heat this up over here. I'm just going to put a little dab, not a lot, just enough to hold those wires on there. Whoop, hold still. Did we get enough on there? I don't know. We'll see here in a second. There we go. Yeah, I think we got enough there. Let's set this over there. Yep, there we go. That's on there nice and tight. Always take care of your soldering iron. You're not seeing, but I'm going to clean it off. And then what's also good is just throw a little extra solder on there. And then wipe it off while it's hot. Want a nice clean tip. It'll save you a lot of trouble down the road, guys. I'm telling you, take care of your soldering iron. I have a soldering gun and that I got for Christmas last year. And for some stupid reason, I keep on going back to this simple soldering iron. For me, it seems to work a lot better. Okay, so we're gonna throw this other wheel back on here. The right way. I'm gonna bend this in just a little bit. Wrong tool. I don't like getting so many tools out at one time right here like this. But what you gotta do, what you gotta do, right? Okay. Yeah, it's a little looser than I want it to be, but once I get it completely back together. So now we get to fight with this guy again. I don't know if I'm gonna make you guys suffer through me, because I think they might have to have a couple of edits as I'm doing this. First thing I'm gonna do is, when I originally took care of that, it got bent up a little bit. Oh, flatten it out. Okay, and gotta get it around one edge. Come on, baby. What I have here is just a little socket that is the same size that will fit over that. Oh, come on. This is not, I mean, if I was smart, I would have picked up a spring clip. Well, something else I just noticed here. So it's got this little tab right here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a tab right there. That tab is to go into this slot to keep your things from turning too much, and this one is facing the wrong way. Although I bet you that's done purposely, because this side you don't want it to go too far because of the roller on there, but on this side it's probably done with purpose, so I'm going to leave it like that. And where's my little clippy? Well, I'm not going to make you suffer me with fighting through this. Once I get it on, we'll be right back, okay? Okay, so I've got that other retaining clip in there. I threw a light bulb in there. So now comes the moment of decision. So we got the little power going to my little piece of test track here. Let's get her on there. I just threw the only bulb that I happen to have handy. It's a red one. So let's see if we got power. Yep, there we go. Can you see that? It's a working. I wonder why it's not working just right. I mean, it is, well, it seems to be working pretty good. I think it needs a little, the roller's probably not hitting on there the way it should, but yeah, so there we go. So let's get her all buttoned up and then we'll finish up this video, okay? All right, so that project's done. Basically, I took something that was ready, switched out a bunch of parts, and made the best of two. Now, like I say, I didn't put the coupler on here. This is the type of coupler that I want to put on there. And I thought I had some. I don't, so I'm going to have to go online and find some, maybe through Hennings or Trains, or maybe I'll get lucky and somebody might have some real dirt cheap ones on eBay. Who knows? But I'll track them down. But yeah, there she goes. So the light's working. I do have to pick up some more light bulbs. I thought I had more. This originally had, I don't know if you noticed when I pulled out the larger size bulb in there. I don't know if that was the correct one or not, but I had thought about, just while I had it all apart, changing it over to LED. And who knows, I still might do that, but for right now I'm going to keep it original. One of the things I did notice is the film that's for the windows. On this side it's kind of opaque. On this side it was real clear. So the next time I take this top off, I'm going to replace that. A real simple fix: wax paper. Just throw it in there. Works great. Or parchment paper works good. Or I might just, I think I have somewhere off of one of an old passenger car, one that actually has people in there. Maybe I'll throw that in there. So, but those are the things. So, all right, guys, so that's the video for today. I'm going to post 2 videos this weekend. The next one is, I'll be putting together tomorrow. I spent a good portion of today running around picking up some Facebook and Marketplace type finds, and I have something else that hopefully I'm waiting for a call back that I'll be picking up tomorrow. So once I get that, we'll do an unboxing of all that stuff. It's all pretty cool. Everything I picked up today was pre-war. So, and there's one item that I'm really excited. I haven't even, I obviously know what it is, you know, I mean, but I haven't really looked at it that close. I just gave it a quick glance to make sure it was exactly what the guy said it was. And but it was an item that was untested and everything, so we're going to open it up together and test it, and fingers crossed it's going to work. So, all right, everybody, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoy the videos that you're seeing, tell your friends, like my videos, hit that like button. That means a lot, and it helps with the algorithm. And you know, notification bell if you want to always know when my videos are coming out. I try to do 1 or 2 every week. Getting more back into the rhythm of it. And share them. Share those videos with your friends. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the support that everybody's given me. And as always, choo-choo!
Thank you for watching my Papa's videos.